Hello everyone, this is Qiuvox. In this video I will walk you through everything that you should know about the Magicka Necromancer in this video. And this build, as you can see, those stats are kinda fully buffed. Still I'm missing light attacks to proc the berserking glyph on the back bar or the poison and flame on the front, daggers, etc, etc. So more or less it has around 8k spell damage, by the way, and 10% more crit when fully buffed, so consider that. And at the end of the video you will be able to have this stats, and as well as the build itself is quite powerful to play. And if you are ready, click subscribe, thumbs up, and comment below what you think about it, and let's just straight jump into the video. Our first stop will be the character stats, and if we go right here we have 30.9k max health, 23.1k max magic, and 1.5k mag recovery, and nearly 5k spell damage, 61.2% spell crit, and 7.2k spell penetration, and 64 into health because of the obvious reasons that I will come into it. We are running the Thracian. We have the Thief Mundus Stone, Clockwork Foot, and then we are using the weapon and no, not the weapon and spell damage. It is just a spell damage potion, max magic, magic recovery, spell crit, and the spell damage potion that we are running in this setup. So we will go into the gear sets. When we come into it, on the front bar we have the Order Threat, Nurned, and the Charged Double Dagger. And the Order Threat is, I'm using this stats because this is quite accessible by a lot of people due to the set being the crafted set is quite accessible for everyone. That gives you crit damage, crit healing, and a lot of crit chances, and then weapon and spell damage. So we have double dagger Order Threat, one with the flame and one with the poison. And we have 3 jewels of the Order Threat as well. 3 of them bloodthirsty with a spell damage glyph on it. As an extra, you can run, if we go into here actually, let's go, you can run Sulzan and you get a weapon spell damage, 5% more damage, and crit chance, and then crit chance again. And on the 5th piece you get around 20%, if I'm not wrong, 20% crit chance and 12% crit damage for 30 seconds. This is amazing, like straight amazing. If you want something more powerful than Order Threat, you can run Suzan. So both of the sets will work very much, but just for the sake of the video I'm just running the Order Threat in this one. On our back bar we have VMA Inferno stuff infused with the berserking glyph on it to get the more AoE damage on our back bar, and due to unstable wall is still quite fine, you can still use it. There's a penetration buff, and then the damage that increase of wall of elements is quite nice as well. Still, 1 piece light armor slime crow divines to get the crit with the max magicka, and then 1 mythic, this is also light divines with the max mag, and you get 1k plus maximum spell damage. Also it will reduce our health by 6k, so if we go into here it is going to reduce our health to 25-ish k with the Clockwork Foot. So for that reason we have kind of quite let me go into Thracian. For that reason we have 64 into health, and to remove the debuff, basically to negate the debuff on us. As an extra you may want to run the kilt, but it is exactly not preferable in this setup due to this build being not a trial setup that you can run. Of course you can run in the Asylum or Cloud Rest hard modes, but not on the other ones, okay? This setup is quite focused on the burst DPS, just straight nuke for a brief amount of time. We do have Acuity, and you basically get 100% crit chance just from the set, by the way, plus your crit chance. And then we have Stam, Magic and Weapon and Spell damage from it. Basically it stacks up to 5 times, and each stack you do non-crit damage, you're gonna get 20% extra crit chance, and it has a cooldown of 25 seconds. So we have chest, divines, mech, shoulder, waist, legs and the feet. All of them is light, all of them with the divines, and also all of them enhanced with the maximum Magicka glyph on them. So the Acuity is also being accessible like the Order Threat. For that reason I'm running that, and it is quite nice to have. There is no alternate for the Acuity currently that you can run. So keep in mind, if you're going to change something, change Order Threat with the Suzan if you are keen to farm the Rock Grove for the Suzan. About the skills, we have Detonating Siphon to get a passive from the skill line as well, damage done, and also it is a damage over time with the disease damage for 20 seconds. Everyone around the corpse and between you and the corpse gonna get the damage, and also when the explosion, when the duration downs, it explodes, and it will also do a disease damage for 5 meters. The second skill that is got buffed recently is the Mystic Orb. It just deals 1k magic damage every second to 8 meter radius, whoever in the radius enemy, and while the orb is up, you get 100 health, magic and stam recovery. And also other people can use the synergy to get 4k magic or stamina, and then deal damage according to their weapon and spell damage. The third skill is the Barber Trap. You get a 10% crit damage, and you put the bleed damage straight as well. And then also you put damage over time, bleed over 20 seconds too, and you put the hemorrhaging status effect as well. The fourth one is the Stalking Plasmon. Also I will come into the crit damage. Basically in the setup we have 118% crit damage, just so you know. Okay, you can actually, if you want, you can actually sit down, calculate all the buffs that I'm showing you. You can straight reach 118% crit damage. The cap is 125, so you are missing 7% crit damage, but you can get from somewhere else. And we do have Stalking Plasmon. It is just a hard hitting skill, straight. And you may think like, why I'm not running the other version. The other version does not really make sense in this setup, even though both of them does the same damage literally, and this one does the flame, and then it also increases the damage if you are farther away from the enemy too. And our spammable is the School, 7k flame damage, and every third cast of this ability deals 20% increased damage, and it will jump 2 times to other nearby enemies in the 8 meters. So this is also amazing. Every 3 times you cast, it is going to jump and bounce to other enemy. It's a free AoE and single target spammable. And our ultimate is a Dawnbreaker to get the weapon and spell damage from the passives. Also if you activate it, you get 300 weapon and spell damage for 20 seconds too. But of course we are gonna use just straight Pestilent, Colossus, and you know, like you put the major vulnerability for 12 seconds, it's just straight nuke strategy. So you just do the Dawnbreaker when you don't think that you are not gonna get the Colossus, and you just drop the Dawnbreaker straight. And we have the Arcanist here. It does deal shock damage, and then it will also attack to the enemies as well, and it will create the corpse so that you can actually use the siphon. Where's my Arcanist? literally. What's going on? Oh, I think I was just block bugged. This game is really straight unbelievable sometimes. And then if I cast it in couple seconds, I can get the corpse, and even I can get the corpse from that too. So you never run out of corpses. And it does deal quite nice damage. And we have Unstable Wall of Fire. It is just to proc the VMA and to have a little bit AoE damage on our character. We have Intensive Mender to survive. We don't need the other morph that gives you 10% damage mitigation, but you don't exactly need it. You just need to heal yourself fast. And it heals fast very much, and it also heals whoever missing health in the group too. And it doesn't cost so much, it's just 1k, not even 1k. We have the Boneyard, 9k frost damage over 10 seconds, and it applies Major Breach, which the tank was already doing that. But where there's a lot of adds, basically tank cannot go and pierce armor and debuff all of them one by one. So you have the privilege to use this Major Breach AoE, reducing their spell and physical resistances by 6k, and also doing the damage over time on the ground. And also if this consumes a corpse, when you cast it, put it on the ground, it does deal 30% more damage. And also other people can use the synergy to deal 10k frost damage and healing for the damage done as well. And the last skill is the Structure Entropy. It just damage over time, 13.5k magic damage, and it will heal you 1.1k every 2 seconds. So it will help you a little bit with the sustaining your healing too. The other morph of the Structure Entropy, which is Degeneration, gives you the weapon and spell damage, which you already get it from the potion, so you don't exactly need to do it. Unless you wanna run Heroism potions, in that case you can run Degeneration of the other morph of this skill, and you can run Heroism potions with that. And the last skill, as I said, Persistent Colossus, it just deals 9.5k, 10k and 10.5k disease damage. And then it does major vulnerability for 12 seconds, increasing their damage taken by 10%. So we are not vampire, we are nothing specific, we are high elf, we get a little bit sustain, and then we get max magic and weapon and spell damage. I don't need to walk you through every passive that's in here. You need to get all the passives, obviously, light armor, blah blah, destro, dual wield, like those ones as well. I don't have those because I'm literally not running anything from the Bone Tyrant skill line. So only useful passive is here is the Last Gasp, if you are wondering. And those are the skills, and now we will go into the champion points. In the green one, do as you like, anything. On the blue one we have the Backstabber, you get 10% crit damage done while you are flanking the enemy, and you get 8% crit damage and crit healing by using the Fighting Finesse. And the third one is the Master at Arms. It increases your damage done with the direct damage attacks by 6%. And the most important thing is the Biting Aura. There's one flex spot in this CP allocation, which is Biting Aura. Either you do it, you use this one to have 6% damage done for your AoE skills, or you can run the Thaumaturge to further boost your damage over time skills. In my case, both of them works very well. And I basically prefer more AoE damage because the dungeons and the solo trials, solo places, etc. There's a lot of ads that you need to nuke, and most of the places is created like by waves of ads, so why not having more AoE damage? On the red one, we have Mundus Vitality to get 1.4k maximum health. We have Rejuvenation 90, Health, Magic and Stam Recovery. We do have Sustained by Suffering here. Increase your Health, Magic, Stam Recovery by 150 when you have a negative effect on yourself. And the last one, we do have Siphonic Spells, which gives you 1.5k Magicka when you kill an enemy. Apart from it, you can get everything that you could afford, and there's no alternate in that one as well. So about the rotation, there's like not exactly a rotation, since it is not exactly a dummy pumping, parsing build kind of thing. So all you should do is like keeping the Trap Beast, Arcanist, and then put your dots up obviously, and then use the Degeneration. And on the front bar you just put the Blast Bone. If there's a corpse, siphon it, and then put the orb, and then just straight spam the skull, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. As long as the skills run out, you just put them on, confront, and then use the corpse again to siphon it. Like if I can show you like this, just siphon the corpse, but you need to wait for this thing to be explode. You don't want to cast it before it explodes, okay? You need to make sure that there's no siphoning going on, because on the final hit it does explode like this and it does deal damage, and most of the damage that is coming from the detonating siphon is the last explosion, by the way. Yeah, like there's nothing much. Also the boneyard, just make sure that there's always a corpse on the ground, so when you put this on, actually it will consume the bodies on the ground. You can see if I put this on, I cannot siphon anymore because it is consumed by the boneyard, and it will deal 30% more damage. At some cases you might wanna keep up the intensive mender, the bird or the ghost, whatever. You would like to keep this up in order to heal your teammates and heal yourself as well. This is very good healer. For that reason, recently the necro healers are quite popular. So of course this is not a healing build, but you can see 4k health every second just from one skill. And of course this is a single target, and it also aims the person that has the lowest health. It is not primarily focusing on you, it focuses on the people that has the lowest health, and every 2 seconds it heals for 1 second straight, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it just do the skill for 1 second and it does heal. So keep up the damage over times basically on your back bar. Put this on, and then the Structure Entropy, go front, trap, orb, and then blast bomb, siphon, and then like the thing is that with the blast bomb also, like when you put the, I can show you like this, if I can find an enemy, I'll show it to you. So you put the blast bomb, 1, 2 attack, and then put the blast bomb again. Of course this guy died. So every 2 cast you put the blast bomb. So you put the blast bomb, 2 cast of any skill on your bar. If you don't have siphon, you cast the siphon, and then you put the skull or whatever, or the trap. But in between the blast bombs you can only use 2 skill is the important. So you can actually on the back bar, when you put the skills and stuff, when you confront, put the blast bomb, 2 skill, blast bomb, siphon, and then 1 skull, and then blast bomb. So this is how it is. So for this reason, if we go into the dummy, I will show you like this. Put the potion, put those skills, this one, and then confront, trap, blockade, boneyard, entropy, orb, plus one, one skill, two skill, plus one, corpse. On the back bar I can put this. If you have ulti, just drop it, put this on, plus one, trap, school, trap, plus one, school, school, plus one. You can see like every two skill on the front bar, I literally does put the plus one, and then I do not lose the damage like this. So also another thing is that, of course, this is not a damage parsing build, so I'm just showing you the rotation in here. The key things that you should know is those things. Every 2 cast of random skill, you put 1 blast one. Don't worry about using 1, 2, 3 skill on the back bar. That's because, you know, like you're gonna think like, okay, I'm missing the blast one right now, you know. And until you get it done, just go to your back bar, put the skills as they run out, and then confront, and then do the blast bond straight. And then when you get the hang of it, what you can do is, for example, if I put this on and this on, and those ones, for example, I go front, put the blast on, 1, 2 skill, and then I put the blast on, I go back, I refresh 1, I refresh 2 skill, go front, blast 1, go back, 1 skill, 2 skill, refresh the blast 1 again, 1 skill, 2 skill, blast 1, school, this, and then boneyard, and then blast 1, ulti, trap, blast 1, blockade, entropy, blast 1, orb, school, blast 1, this one, plus 1. So this is how it works. Like, you can literally constantly switch bar, but you just straight need to get the hang of it. Of course you will deal way more damage that way, and but until you get to this point, you can literally go back bar, use all the skills, and then go front. Just try to do plus 1, 1 skill, 2 skill, and then plus 1 again. So that's how you can do it. And eventually, if you are not familiar with the Necro, of course, like the OP ones, don't get me wrong, okay? Like if you already know about the rotation, you can even change some skills around. And I didn't give you any flex spots, but this is probably one of the most possible ways that you can design this. So for that reason, you can do something like this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below what you think about it. For the future, I'm thinking about some tank and healer builds for PvE plus PvP, and also I'm going to show you very soon my PvP Magicka Necromancer build too. And I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Feel free to subscribe, and see you all in the next time. Have fun.